Factory activity has rebounded. The Absa Purchasing Managers Index has jumped to 52.8 points in September. That's from 43.6 the previous month. This puts the reading back in expansion territory. The positive swing is largely due to increased demand and an interest rate cut, which boosted sentiment. Absa says the latest data suggests that the manufacturing sector is stabilizing after a turbulent period. New vehicle sales have declined again. According to NAMSA, the figure for September is nearly 6% lower than in 2023. But the industry body believes a recovery is on the cards. It says since the decline in new vehicle sales began in August last year, expectations are rising that the market could see improvement for the remainder of the year. NAMSA has pointed to favorable economic conditions and the comparison to last year's lower base levels. Capitec has produced a strong performance at the halfway stage of the financial year. Headline earnings for the 6 months ended August rose 36%. The bank attributes the gains to lower credit loss ratios and robust growth in non-lending income. The strong performance has led to a win for shareholders. An interim dividend of 20 Rand and 85 cents per share has been declared. This is up 36% on last year's payout. Nampak has concluded its refinancing with Standard Bank. That's as the packaging manufacturer met the deadline set by its lenders to return 720 million rand in net debt from disposals by the end of September. The firm says the move has resulted in a significantly simplified funding structure, which includes only a minor foreign debt component. The group has been battling to claw its way out of a mammoth 5 billion rand debt hole it fell into during its ill-fated expansion in Africa. AdvTech has acquired a prime Sandton location. The private education group has bought a training and conference center from FNB in the area and says it will use this site to create a new university campus. Its Varsity College and Vega campuses will relocate to this locale in time for the start of the 2026 academic year. And that move will double the current student capacity at those two institutions. The site will need investment as renovations are required. This will result in AdvTech spending 419 million rand on the project over the next 2 years. And Pan-African Resources has appointed a new financial director. Marlene Coca takes up the position from today. She's been with the miner since 2020 and is a chartered accountant with extensive experience in the industry. In international news, Eurozone inflation drops under 2% for the first time since mid-2021 in September, reinforcing an already solid case for the European Central Bank rate cut this month as a 3-year battle to tame runaway price growth nears its end. Let's take a look at this report for more.
Eurozone inflation dipped below 2% in September for the first time since mid-2021. The number added to the case for a European Central Bank rate cut this month, and it indicated a 3-year battle to tame runaway price growth could be close to the end. Official data showed inflation eased to 1.8% in September from 2.2% in August, slightly lower than analyst forecasts. It was largely due to falling energy costs and steady goods prices. A more closely watched figure on underlying prices, referred to as core inflation, dipped to 2.7% from 2.8% on slower services price growth. Inflation surged past 10% 2 years ago due to factors including surging energy costs, production bottlenecks and significant fiscal support. But a record string of interest rate hikes from the central bank has tamed price growth relatively quickly. Policymakers are now debating just how fast they should ease borrowing costs. The ECB already reduced rates in June and September. Bank President Christine Lagarde sent a clear signal Monday that another cut may come later this month. Such a quick follow-up reduction was not expected until recently, but a bad string of growth data, moderating wage pressures and inflation readings have changed the outlook. Falling energy costs remained the biggest contributor to disinflation and Lagarde has already said price rises are under the baseline predicted by the ECB. That challenges the bank's own narrative of durable price pressures and a return to the 2% target only at the end of next year. Investors raised their bets on quicker cuts on Lagarde's comments, and markets now price an 85% chance of a rate cut on October 17th.
And Wall Street estimates show that Tesla is expected to report an 8% increase in third quarter deliveries of its electric vehicles. This is driven by the extended incentives and lucrative financing plans in the world's largest auto market in China. Let's take a look at this report for more.
Tesla is expected to report an 8% jump in third quarter deliveries of its electric vehicles on Wednesday. That's according to Wall Street estimates. The jump is said to be driven by extended incentives and financing plans in China. Tesla introduced a range of offers in the country this spring, including insurance deals and discounts. That was in response to slower Chinese spending and rising competition from local rivals. Industry data from China showed the move helped the US automaker boost sales in July and August after 2 straight quarters of falling deliveries. Some analysts believe the positive trend continued through the quarter and expect the Elon Musk-led company to deliver close to 470,000 vehicles. It would be Tesla's best third quarter, well up from last year. Sales in China were also boosted by higher government subsidies meant to encourage consumers to buy battery-powered vehicles. Musk earlier this year said Tesla was on track for high deliveries in 2024. But the firm still faces slowing demand for EVs in the US and a lack of subsidies in Europe. That leaves it with a challenge to beat last year's total, something analysts say will be crucial to easing fears over global demand for electric cars.